to the future. If you're tuning into this VOD, you are there and we are in the past because we had internet issues for the live broadcast. So I'm hopping in. We kicked Deserix out of here. He pressed the button too many times, but I'm still joined by Beatdown. Happy to at least bring you a VOD for Team Liquid versus EG. So shoutouts to anybody tuning in the future.
Until minions spawn.
That's right. At least we don't know the result, so we can see how this one is going to play out. Actually, I'm pretty sure they are playing this one at the moment anyway. So
they are, yeah. We're casting this live, but people watching in the future are obviously watching old footage. What do you think the future's like, Beatdown? Have they fixed all the internet issues?
I was about to say, I hope Monkey Bubble gets everything sorted in the future. That's like my main concern.
I hope the computer's not on fire anymore.
Me too. Shout out Rally Cry for the great copy pasta.
That nobody knew was a copy. We didn't even know if that was a copy pasta. If you don't know what a reference is,
that was one of those. That was one of those. I have zero proof. I have no evidence, but I would bet my entire life that was a copy pasta because that just made no sense in any other context.
Well, we'll have kind of nods to the future throughout the cast, as obviously, you know, we don't know what kind of technological advances. Maybe by the time this VOD is witnessed live, they will have the ability to time travel to the past and fix the internet issues. So we're in this weird time loop right now where they're actually watching this live with us here.
I'm kind of scared
that could be possible?
Implications. Like that stuff could actually like break our brains. My main concern is in the future, I hope we get to a place where we nerf Nico. I think that would be really cool.
Yeah, maybe in the future we won't have Nico like pick banned every single game. You know?
Yeah,
but either way, this time around it is Ari versus Cassiopeia. We didn't get to watch pick and ban. If you're tuning in the future, you're just seeing the gameplay itself. So let's take a little bit of time to at least do some table setting. It's been a weird day, Beatdown. But for people watching this, let's do our due diligence and actually talk about what is happening on stream now.
I mean, a couple things. Well, even though we see a lot of fighting right now, we got to start with some table setting. These two teams, two of our three remaining challenger teams in the split are facing off to finish that first round robin. Team Liquid firmly at the top. We've been talking about them nonstop. EGC, we've also been talking about them for different reasons. They've been on the struggle bus. In fact, they are the drivers of it. It's been a tough road so far for Evil Geniuses. They managed to get one clutch win against Supernova yesterday to avoid getting 2-0'd. But all is still not well on EGC's side. They are still trying to figure things out.
Yeah, it really feels like growing pains for the roster. Now, we'll see kind of what this looks like going for them after the first round robin. Obviously, the round robin's not over, but you're ending against the toughest opponent possible. The Team Liquid Challengers, who are currently in first place, 14 wins for their name, looking to end with 16. Maybe 16 for the first round robin for them. And let's be honest, expectations, they can't take this one. Now, key stand-up players for Team Liquid Challengers, as I want to start talking about who I'm going to have my eyes on in this game, is APA leading the charge for the roster, Mir as well. These two really have been the pace setters for the team.
Yeah, and I got to say, APA has improved this split. He's currently the best mid at the moment. Like, playing so well after in his second split here in Challengers League, a player we were so excited for when he finally got the call up, to the point where we're like, it's about time. And he's showing that growth here going into the second split. Mir, of course, is just she's just trying to be most valuable prospect 2 splits in a row. This guy has just been out of his mind, still the best jungler in the league. And
we've never had a recent winner.
We haven't.
Every time we get the award out, they get promoted immediately to LCS. This is the first time, not to toot our own horn, but still have high expectations of Mir making that jump at some point in the near future. We're taking the early game here to catch up on a lot of the story beats that we would have spent in the analyst desk at the beginning of this game, but now let's catch up on what's been happening in the game. I want to refocus here on what the junglers have been up to. Generally, jungle is where we see action be the driving force. They've spotted each other out a few different times. Shaden actually has been pushed away from some of the scuttles, specifically that bottom scuttle. So Mir has been making most out of the Vi and also out of roams from Simdown, who got out of that lane a little bit earlier. But no early kills, no early scraps outside of just waving each other off of some of these scuttles.
We were very fortunate. This current meta is rather slow in the early minutes, so we got to do some table setting. We got to talk about teams and players. And now we do see those junglers go for those mirrored players, go for different crafts. Mir, he's perfectly fine. Vi can just vault break over the wall, and we're seeing the support roam and jungle attention just to make sure Ryoma can get this wave in, and then he can just go for an easy recall. I think we gotta take a second to talk about these team comps. My eyes for Hilo Geniuses are on Smoothie. He's playing the Blitzcrank. He had a good performance in game 2. It was part of what allowed EG to get that win over Supernova. And King on the Ezreal, getting so much attention from EG, getting fed was another big part of it here. And he in this
what was
comp
he, like 806 yesterday?
Something
like that?
ridiculous like that. And didn't die until the very end and was able to do so much for Evil Geniuses. And we try and build up this guy a lot. A player who never made it in spring due to visa issues, but has turned up since he got here in summer. EG struggles or not.
I'm just going to say it. I think King has been the stand-up performer on EG so far in summer. From an outside perspective, obviously we don't know what the comms are like, how the team's setting him up, but I'll get back to that. Him down. Oh, buffered in the W, has to flash to safety. There's a little hook there from Smoothie. Got an APA. Ooh, the Petrifying Gaze does not land the stun onto Ryoma, but maybe APA's just got the damage. That Spear Rush out of Ari.
If APA didn't know Shaden and Smoothie were in the area, I promise you, he flashes for another Twin Fangs. But the point is, your statement is made, the pressure is on, and you do earn yourselves first dragon as soon as the challenger. Oh, that's the flash!
This time around.
Got
him! Gets the solo bolo. First blood to APA.
You love to see it. Perfect use of the miasma, and TLC get a dragon to boot. Things are going great for the best team in Challengers League at the moment here. It's not all doom and gloom for EG, even though dragon stacking is very high on their priority list in this game. You still have Shaden and Ryoma. You have Ari and the Viego playing for these resets. And when you have a Blitzcrank who's looking to help get you kickoffs, this is a good way for EG to start snowballing these team fights. That's the biggest thing to keep an eye on in this game. Does Viego get the soul possession? Does Ryoma continue to dash around?
We'll keep our eyes on that for future plays. I want to go back to that last play because Smoothie was actually hovering around mid lane there. Was looking for a follow-up. Ryoma looked for the charm. That's why the Ari walked up and was within that flash engage range of APA. And Smoothie was not able to react fast enough, use your own flash, get your own hook to try and prevent your mid laner from going down. So a lot of things working out for Team Liquid. As you said, they also got the Dragon. Now back to live. We have the Herald spawning. Bradley has shoved in the top wave as APA is now catching it midway. Let's see if they go for an early Herald or if we're going to delay it a little bit.
Moment level 6s up across the board. Ryoma almost has the Spirit Run back to full. So there's going to be that opportunity for TLC to just go ahead and, or rather, can actually go for a Herald contest if they want to, but it's looking like they don't. Evil Geniuses instead going to take the chance, steal away some camps and resources on the bottom side of the map. Kim Down is going to spot it out, but they see him, saw him. Instead,
he's walking up here. Arrow's got to be careful.
Oh, he doesn't know.
Available. Locking down Shaden.
Oh, he's dead.
Just take down the Viego. Flash from Arrow does not secure the kill. Smoothie doing a really good job playing goalie there for his jungler. But now APA is joining Dan Kim down, getting another stun. Petrifying Gaze available. Doesn't land, but they got the damage anyway. Ryoma is out of there. Another kill to APA. Turnaround.
Reset.
There's the reset for Shaden. Arrow was just getting slapped by Red Buff the whole time. So we'll have to back away as well. Trade of kills, support for mid laner.
It is something that you get back there, but still, EG hoping to get a little more than that. It's still a net neutral just because of the fact that Veer got the Rift Herald, and now this Cassiopeia is 2-0. Accelerated, going to be able to get that Rod of Ages stacking very early. He's going to get to that 2-item power spike very quickly. That's a 9-minute Roa, Kangas, which means APA, he's on.
Yeah, that was an ambitious invade. Everyone committed to it from EG, but then, even though they do get one kill for Shaden, the reset city wasn't quite there. They were approaching. They were in reset town. How about that?
Reset
town,
village, perhaps.
Village. Reset village there for Shaden. Well, you're right. APA having the Rod of Ages and also Tear stacking up. Smoothie's here as Flash. Do they look for a big commit engage? It could easily fall up. Again, they're waiting for the charm from Ryoma. And then the follow-up from Blitz. But by the time charm goes out, Smoothie's already walking away from the brush. I'm really not seeing synergy between Smoothie and Ryoma here in terms of who's responsible for making the play happen, or even if they want to commit to the play.
Yeah, the angle's really only there if APA oversteps. If he's playing respectfully, his support jungler in the area, and even though Smoothie doesn't know this, the opportunity isn't there, he's not going to spend too much time. Gotta show up bot lane at some point, collect some XP in gold. It's Ryoma. Oh man, he's just throwing out charms.
Yeah, APA is just juking him left and right. Cass don't got no boots, don't need him to dance. He slithers around on that dance floor just fine. Ram is yet to land much of a chunk onto APA or set up the big plays. Doesn't even have the first item complete himself. And Bradley's actually getting chunked out by Soul here. Ooh, a lot of damage. The Sheen procs back to back from Soul, but doesn't have enough of a wave to look for the full dive.
Yeah, Bradley trying to get fancy with it, using the Pathmaker to try and avoid the counter-strike and also get Soul under the turret. But it's a bit of a greedy play. Ends up fighting him in the time. But guess what? Bradley still has the ultimate to play for it. All-out looks like he's coming right back. And his jungler is in the area, so Soul is not going to really spend any more time. I say that, but he's actually going to try and push in this next wave. Either way, Bradley has teleport. But
He's
look
got
at the
one
bottom
ward to spot if Mir's nearby. The problem is there's not a lot of mana outside of that. So he's going to try and get the wave in and then back off. Teleport from Bradley. The wave does not crash. So Bradley, ooh, he's actually hitting the wave. Okay, I think maybe he's trying to keep Soul around rather than trying to freeze it.
Yeah, Soul wanted to get that wave shove and then come back, or actually have that potential opportunity to just walk back to lane, but because remember, we're past 11 minutes, you can teleport 2 minions now. The teleports are unleashed, and change coming through in the game. So Soul, this is have to teleport, come back to lane. He does have the mythic purchase, a big spike for the Jack. We will see how that one plays out.
I would not have hated a world where you actually TP down to this dragon. They would have had a numbers advantage knowing Bradley doesn't have it, but Smoothie just jumps right on the arrow. They make the play without their top laner. EG pull it off, and Shaden takes another turret shot. That was a little rough. But either way, EG get the kill.
Yeah, this is the problem with the Varus pick. You need to be able to feel for it very well, and in the face of a Blitzcrank, you don't have flash, you're almost certainly dead. TL, surprisingly, because Shaden ended up losing a lot of his health, did have to back off, and TL will get the dragon. So they're going to continue stacking things up. I was hoping EG were going to be able to get both, but that's not the case.
It is pretty rough. In fact, if Shaden hadn't taken that second turret shot, I imagine they shoved the wave and actually go to the dragon. You get no difference from Bradley. And Ryoma can look to roam a Spirit Rush a little bit faster than Kia. But, like you said, Shaden gets chunked out. That's the back. That is a second dragon to Team Liquid Honda Challengers. They're stacking these up very quickly. And we have an Infernal Soul. Pretty impactful dragon if you're able to get to that fourth one.
Oh yeah, a lot of firepower coming through, no pun intended. And something TL are clearly going to be working towards.
Oh no, somebody check in on Rally Crash. We don't need more firepower.
Oh god, oh yeah, you're right, you're right. Oh, maybe, hopefully the next one's an open soul into me too, you know, and even things out.
That's what we need. Oh, maybe Cloud. No, actually, Wind only
no, Wind in the flame. No, yeah, that is not the play.
Yeah. Chemtech? No, that's going to be like a chemical skill. That's a chemical fire.
Oh my god,
no.
that might
it's really not the Ocean Soul.
It's the only option. Mountain Soul, you know, you throw dirt on the fire, that could work.
That's just lava.
No,
well,
that gets really hot.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's the next copy pasta. If this ever happens again, be like, sorry, the volcano erupted on our computer. Ooh, big shot. Right. Not enough of a follow-up, though. Yeah, this Rod of Ages plus the Giant's Belt on APA means that Ryoma's just never going to kill this cat. Or not cat, this cat. This snake. She's a snake, not a cat. It's okay.
Exactly. No, don't worry. You got there in the end, Kangas. And yeah, APA going towards the Rylai's. I mean, it's a very common second build on Cass. The slow is going to be very useful in team fights, and it's going to make it easier for Cass to both kite and run people down, as she's so very good at. And we look towards the bottom side of the map. EG, they recognize the dangerous position they're in terms of dragon stacking. They're putting more emphasis on that vision on the top side, where it was previously very TL heavy. And they need to maintain that as we get closer to Dragon 3. And you're right.
Pops the ultimate, all out from Bradley, trying to get out of the flash away. But that means that you cannot follow up onto the Cassante from this point forward. Wait for the next retread. Bradley's ready for it, pulls him back in.
Yeah, he does.
Oh. Bradley was ready for a potential engage from Soul there. Very close 1v1.
Yeah, I mean, props to Soul, not going back in there, recognizing that when you all get another, get the reset on the Pathmaker, makes you unstoppable. We're seeing a lot of exciting trading top side, but realistically, all the gold is on that middle to bottom side of the map here. Still that focus on Dragon is what I have my sights set on, but for the moment, Rift Herald number 2 is in the picture.
And look where Bradley's going.
Right, yeah, the rotation is coming through. It's clear that Team Liquid very highly prioritizing this one, and it's perfect, because that's how a lot of teams play. You get Rift Herald 2, you drop it mid, and it gives you the space for that next Dragon. It could be how TL gets their kill point.
They have a slight gold lead, but nothing to write home about. Most of it's on APA, who's also around the area. So they rotate their bot lane up to the Herald. APA gets another shot. There's zero chance that EG could fight for this. Maybe they would go for Crazy Steal, but with Shader not even on the map right now, that is a free Herald. The Team Liquid, smart map play. Love to see this kind of movement from the team. As, like you said, now they can use this Herald for many other things. Either just take gold, use it to get pressure so you can go for that next Dragon, then you're really pressuring EG for that soul fight.
Yeah.
It gives them options.
And right
I wonder
now,
what the people in the future are going to think about this, you know? I would make a joke that they should know what happens, but they're watching this because they don't know.
But maybe they know the result beforehand because, you know, the series is over. Yeah. So
yeah, they probably will know the score. That's going to be on Leaguepedia already.
Yeah, that would be really hard to avoid, I find. So, yeah, that's probably how that's going to work out.
All right, future people, comment on the YouTube video what happens next. Let us know. Let us know what happens. We'll take a look.
We'll take your word.
I think that's how time travel works. I'm pretty sure.
Quite literally.
Actually, what if we go and tell them what happens? Because by then, we'll be in the future.
Whoa. So technically, right now, we're in the future, is what you're saying.
Well, yes, our voices are in the future. But I guess technically we should be too. Barring any catastrophes, I suppose. Maybe I'm speaking with too much confidence.
Maybe.
And before the, the news articles start coming out, condolences to the Kangas family.
Local California man discovers the secret to time travel, dies the next day.
Oh, okay. Well, wait, I do die. I thought you were going to say I just go to the future. All right,
nope.
Well, yeah.
Or maybe you fake your own death and then you go to the future.
Maybe I accidentally went to the past. Maybe I'm the reason that the internet went out.
Oh my God.
Have you ever seen me and the internet in the same room at the same time?
Have you ever seen Kangas and Monkey Bubble's ISP at the same time?
I don't think so. Nice hook looking for Smoothie there. Doesn't land it onto anybody. But look at AP and health bar. I can't even count how many notches are on that thing.
Too many. Oh, wait.
That looking for arrow. Oh, the charm. Everything's missing from Ryoma. And the re-engage comes through from Kim down. EG are in the grinder, and they are not happy about it. Team Liquid feeling like they're getting a smoothie take 2 here. What kind of smoothie do you think it is? I don't know. Maybe a strawberry? Maybe a mango?
Have you ever... My favorite smoothie is like... what is it? Oh, wait, but this wouldn't be my favorite smoothie because it didn't work. In that case, a kale smoothie. I'm going to go with kale smoothie.
Oh, that's a champion name and a type of smoothie. Oh, Bradley, this is just rude. Why would you do this?
You're just wasting Ryoma's time. You're limiting his ability to farm.
Oh, wait, and also, this might be a kill. Oh, no, Ryoma should get out. Oh, no, on the minimap. It looks like the back was stopped. Okay, we got the Dragon. Here secures it. Now an engage from EG. They got arrow again. They are doing a good job at a teleport play from Soul. Ooh, this could be a huge step up swing for EG if they get even more done for it. Ryoma finally falls in the side lane. Mir survives. Mir jumps onto him and says, not today. EG trade up and kills, but they give over the Dragon.
So it's good that EG are able to get something, even though they lost Ryoma on the top side, unfortunately. And the big thing you're still worried about is they're still down a couple thousand gold, and the soul point was achieved for Team Liquid. They made good use of that Rift Herald, and now Team Liquid, they're one away from the Infernal Soul, so that means EGC. There's no more giving away these breaks. You have to get the next one. Otherwise, TL get a buff that I don't think he can handle.
Does feel good to get more money into Soul's pocket for that eventual Dragon fight, but you are correct in the assessment. This gives Team Liquid a lot of control as to when the next fight will happen, because if they start at the Dragon, EG pretty much have to respond. I don't see a world where they get this over for free. And again, they don't have that big of a gold deficit. They are still in this game, especially with the Blitzcrank. I mean, EG are actually doing a pretty good job of finding little plays here and there, despite losing out on the bigger picture. Can Smoothie get out of this one now? Yeah, he's able to walk away.
So the big reason this gold lead is small, but you're seeing overall success in fights for TL is the way the comps interact. We highlighted it earlier. EG, you need a pick from Smoothie. You have poke from King, a little bit from Ryoma, but you're hoping to blow someone up so you can start resetting. Straight up 5v5, it's really hard for you to get that first kill, considering you have to walk into this realm, this Cassiopeia, this Varus, like so much CC and so much damage coming your way up front. It's really hard for you to deal with unless you get a numbers advantage, and that's what EG are playing for.
Playing for a number advantage and also playing with that range, because Cassiopeia not going to be the longest range. Varus does offer some, but going for this new build, looks like a Gwynsu's is coming up next. It's not about poke, it's not about hitting these big Qs that are going to chunk you out. It is about landing auto attacks. And Varus auto attack range isn't incredibly long. You are going to be in range of a Jax, of a Viego, and a Blitzcrank. That's pretty scary. So I'm happy that you mentioned the way the compositions interact with each other, because EG do have a range advantage and the ability to get on top of Arrow, which has happened twice now.
Yeah.
They can play with that, it's big. But also get 3 out of Cassiopeia. So if you're in range with the Varus, you might just die.
Yeah. APA is a full item ahead of Ryoma. Very strong at the moment. Every play involving him at this point should be winning for TL, just because of that. And that's actually an incentive there for EG. You somehow pull an isolate APA. That's a winning fight. Because not only do you get a numbers advantage, you get rid of the most fed member of the team.
Oh, they got Arrow! Huge!
Wow.
Snipe from Smoothie! Lands the rocket grab under the turret with 2 members around, and also gets teleported out of APA. Team Liquid will answer back and get Smoothie, but that's a nice pickup for EG.
It is. You go 1 for 1. Soul getting a little aggressive here. Oh, like it.
Lots of damage. Flash ability for Bradley. Has not had to use it yet. Soul with another lead strike. Buffered by Bradley, who gets to safety. But Soul is asserting his dominance in the side lane right now, down in farm, but able to win out the 1v1 like that. More signs of life for Evil Geniuses, who, when we talked about what they looked like yesterday, we hyped up their second game because of the cool picks. They have like Tristana mid, Smoothie on the Blitzcrank, but it kind of felt like a solo queue game with really good teammates.
Yeah.
As opposed to a full 5v5 team playing together. I'm getting flashes of that this time around too, where we see individual good performances, but the pieces I don't necessarily see playing together.
It's gonna be tough. You really need this team to come together, especially when you're overcoming someone like Team Liquid Challengers. This is a tough ask of any team in the league, and why I constantly say, for every TL match, it's like, oh, it's X team's turn to get slapped around by TLC. Which for the most part has been the case here during the first round robin this summer. And as Team Liquid are looking to close things out, EG be the ones who had a 3rd loss. That's right, they've only lost twice. The TL win-loss record.
See the Geniuses can that next big Blitzcrank hook. Smoothie's been sniping these. Done a couple of big plays for them, but Team Liquid are now walking in. This is the Dragon spawning. This is the Soul fight that we've been hyping up since the first Dragon went over to Team Liquid. And Ryoma has a really big flank here. Soul as well. Neither are spotted.
Oh no.
Okay, so they're gonna see Soul now, but they still don't see the Ahri, so they're gonna chase down Soul. Ryoma's got an angle on Arrow. Doesn't look for him.
They know now.
Solo killing the side lane. Shane, it just gets taken down. Can King do enough damage? Trying to pepper APA. Can't get enough onto him. This Cassiopeia build is so tanky. Flash from APA. They're chasing them down. 2 more members of EG will fall. APA on a rampage. And this Snake is carrying the game.
That's the downside when you go for easy flank angles like this. The opportunity that your enemy can jump on the small group of members off to one side, and there's nothing you can do about it. The TLC, they get the Infernal Soul, and they are well set up to go ahead and start the Baron.
Good look to start from EG. I wish we had replay capabilities right now, because these are one of those instances I want to see how Shaden got picked off by APA. Where APA was looking, what Shaden was doing at the time, because my eyes were on the flank from EG, but what happened was APA just picks up the jungler. They get the Dragon Soul, they get the Fight Wind, they get the Baron. Team Liquid gets everything.
Yeah, and Ryoma will get one small trade in that mid-tier 1 turret. Second turret that EG have been able to get for themselves. So there's that extra bit of gold that is available to them if they can take it out. But you can just see the gold differences start to pile on here. And again, it's so much as APA being ahead of Ryoma. This Cassiopeia, so many notches in the health bar, as you said, Kangas, is the problem for EGC. Again, if you could somehow take him out, if Smoothie gets the miracle Blitzcrank hook of the universe, EG can win the fight.
The Blitzcrank hook of the future.
Oh, okay.
Of all time.
Of all time. Past, present, or future.
The problem is, with that big health bar, and now stopwatch build by APA, even if you land it, you gotta do the hook into immediate Blitzcrank ult to silence, into the knockup, into the charge. You have to chain everything. And then hope you have enough damage during all that to take out the 3,500 health snake. It's like, it's not easy. It's possible, but it is not easy. It really does need to be a miracle seals at this point if they want to kill APA. As Team Liquid start the siege, they take down the turret, Soul answering into side lane as Bradley stays down. Jaden trying to get the damage in on top of him. Nice hooks from Smoothie. They're doing a great job to start off. I think they're going to kill Bradley. All out use, but Shaden can look for the kill. Doesn't get it. No shot. Bradley wins. Bradley! Chadley! The man shows up! As Team Liquid continue to siege in the bot lane onto the Nexus turrets. They've taken one down. Bradley still sticking around with another wave answering mid. Evil Geniuses can't even get to their own Nexus turrets to stop the push. Team Liquid are keeping them at bay. Soul jumps onto Arrow, has still golden. Now Kim down finds space as a frontliner and gets popped. EG are looking for the fight. APA sees Ryoma on the side. Petrifying Gaze does not land, but Mir took down Soul. Team Liquid take down the Nexus. A crazy way to end the game, but that's Team Liquid, baby. They go up 1-0.
Wow, incredible game coming through from Team Liquid. Start to finish, all off the big leads APA got on the mid lane.
Fantastic stuff for game number 1. Since it's a VOD, we got to send it to, I guess, the end of the VOD. See you in the next one. What a way to close it out. GG, Team Liquid Honda.